there's really only a couple of people in the top of the field that you look up to. And that would be Kenny Ortega. Kenny Ortega is one of those rare gentlemen in show business who actually is not only talented, but a gentleman. And in this business, that is hard to come by. And before this, there was a show that he did, a small little show that was called High School... Zach? And I was lucky enough to also direct that on stage. So I have to tell you, I'm really, I keep telling Kenny, keep directing movies so I can have a theater career. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the show.
Just before we get everybody to their seats, I wanted to know if anybody in the film had a story that we don't see on camera. Is there anything that happened during the filming or effects? How many? Everybody's being very quiet now. Too many. I don't want to tell us. Too many.
It was, I think, the birth child of Mark, David, and
He says hi!
Oh, yeah!
Trey. Those guys would, we entertained ourselves pretty well in between takes and setups, whether it was water fights that I absolutely tortured my Uncle Wiesel. Crushing him with water balloons. He was like, what am I doing on the set with all these kids? We had this little hush game that we would play, and Aunt Margaret was gracious enough. She was like, I want to play. And the whole thing was you had to sneak up behind somebody and like whisper a password, and they were done for the day. So they had to entertain themselves for the rest of the day. So Aunt Margaret, wearing all of her gowns and stuff, you could hear her walking a mile. Scratch, 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 right? But we would all be good sports, and we're like, oh, here she comes. She'd think she was being all stealthy, and she'd sneak up and she'd tell you the password, right? And you're like, oh, you got me. There was a lot of that, a lot of games and stuff. Another thing, and I'll pass the mic, was we were all notorious paintballers. So every weekend we'd all pile into our cars, right? Davey, Christian Bale, all of us. I mean, we would drive to some place and we, paintball war against the LAPD. I think there's a bunch of, actors and dancers, and we kicked their butt. Sniping left and right. We had a lot of fun activities like that. And, my son, who's 7, I keep telling him, he doesn't believe me, but I was like, yeah, your dad's friends with Batman. You don't know that? I can call Batman right now, and he doesn't believe me. So he watched Newsies. He watched Newsies for the first time this morning. So there he is. Yeah, there he is. Take a bow, Gavin. I know you're pretty handsome.
I got one story to tell. Hi guys, James Joni Pie Eater. One line, 2 flips. That was me. I tell this story all the time. And Kenny, I don't know if you remember, because you were probably actually working. The night we got the rough cut of King of New York, it was like 3 in the morning. It was a 22-hour day. A couple days, the week we were over at Warner Brothers. The only time we were at Warner Brothers. And we got like a rough cut of it, because it was an afterthought, King of New York. And we got it, and everyone was so punch drunk, because it was 3 in the morning, we'd been there since 6 in the morning, and Mark David, I remember going to doom. And we kind of came up, and the ideas started to flow, but then, an hour later, the weirdest softball game you've ever seen in your life broke out. Stickball, because we played stickball. It was summer camp. That's what Kevin said. Peggy and Bill, our assistant choreographers, created this game where you had to do a lift. After you hit the ball, you had to do a lift Shanae used to get to third, and some girl should hear something on the way home. And that, I wish I could say was the one story. It was like 7,000. It was summer camp for a bunch of dudes on Universal, and it rocked.
I'm standing next to somebody who works a lot, and actually Kevin, you've been doing some of these videos that I've seen online to help some dancers in music videos. I think Kevin's been in videos with Madonna, Lady Gaga. Tell us a little bit about those experiences.
About those experiences? Oh my god. Oh gosh. I've had a very blessed and fortunate career to work with many pop stars and videos and I take this opportunity right now actually to thank you, Kenny, for believing in me and my talents and skills and being supportive of everything. All of these things. I get the best job in the world. I get to just run around and become different characters and be different people and try on crazy outfits and take crazy pictures like all year long. It's a wonderful life, and I think in life all we ask for really is to find something that we love and then we'll figure out a way to make money at it. That's the best thing that we can do. So y'all get out there and do something that you love. Don't waste any time. Get out there and do something.
I want to talk to Arby because I think Arby was taking more pictures of you guys than you were taking.
Yeah. Like I said, my people at home will not believe me. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I want to thank everybody, each and every one of you guys for coming out and you know, breathing life into this movie. This is awesome, you know.
Do you have any backstage stories you want to tell us?
Let me think. I think maybe I might have to apologize to maybe the wardrobe people for Newsies for a little flub I might have had and a scene that made the final cut. Yeah. Let's see. It's one of those. I had a favorite watch that I never. And Kenny would say, "Arby, take your watch off. We can stand in the scene, please. Thank you very much." So I would take it off and give it to the wardrobe guy. And somehow that day, I wrestled it back from the wardrobe guy. I wanted to put it on because, you know, I just wanted that watch on. So I'd forgotten I had it on, and we shot the scene, and we're all chanting in front of the building. Strike, 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 strike. Sleeve goes down, and there's the watch. I'm pretty sure we didn't have digital Timex watches in 1899. It happened to make the cut of the film, and that's my colossal blunder. So I'm sorry.
And we also have Luke Edwards here. Now we have double trouble in that role because we have two young actors who play that part right here, Vincent and RJ. They alternate back and forth. So Luke, what was it like being, you know, kind of the youngest cast member?
Yeah, right. I was the youngest among all, you know, guys who were running around, and they were all older, they were drinking and having a good time. Sorry, I'm not trying to pull up anybody. And I was 12. I had no idea what was going on, but it was a lot of fun, and it was sort of, you know, like a coming of age for me, because, you know, you're around all these guys. It was great. It was so much fun.
Well, we're glad you're here with us today with our two young guests. And also, you'll meet the rest of the stage cast one by one over the night, but I want to introduce you to our Jack Kelly. So, you want to tell us a little bit about what it's like taking on this role and working with all these amazing people?
I mean, it says in the program that I was obsessed with this movie as a kid, probably more than most of these guys. No, I saw it in the movie theater like 3 times, and I went to at least a couple of weeks. Just to take some. And I don't know, I got the opportunity to do a reading of it like a year and a half ago, and loved every second of it, and I was like, okay, that's probably it. You know, I'm not going to get a chance to do it again. Jeff called me and was like, hey, we're doing Newsies. And I just, I don't even know what my reaction was. I was like a little kid again. I was just hopping around and having a great time. So, I don't know, just working with all these guys and just getting to put up one of my favorite movies as a kid on stage is a dream come true for any actor, for a stage actor, to get to take something that you were in love with as a kid and reinvent it and transform it into something that you own and you can share with all the people and with people like you who loved it back then. It is truly a treat.
Jack, who told me that several members of the stage cast, and you don't have to identify yourself, became actors or dancers because they saw this movie and it changed their life. That it was a movie that said, oh, I want to show this, I want to dance. If you do want to identify yourself, you can. Okay, Adam. Oh my God. So, yes, sir. Oh, you're oh my God, I brought you too. I was standing right in front of him. Everything in both your hands.
Just piggybacking on that, I think, especially for boys growing up in the 90s, we didn't have the kind of resources that like you guys have now where you have YouTube, you can watch people dancing and doing musical theater all the time. You got Glee, High School Musical. So for us, seeing Newsies when we were at these very formative ages and seeing all these boys being so cool and like masculine and dancing and it being like something acceptable and something cool, that I think was such a big, huge thing for all of us in this. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for like making that a
So listen, hey, did you want to say something? A little lesson? Listen. Cal. This is Cara Lindsay, who plays Catherine. How many of you love the character of Catherine in the movie?
To be where I am right now with all these fantastic people. I'm so humbled. I was obsessed with the movie as well growing up, and actually I found Bill Pullman incredibly sexy. When I auditioned for this role, I was like, wait a second, I feel wrong about this because wait, that means he's not there anymore. That role isn't there anymore, but I hope that, yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert, yeah. I hope that I do it justice for you guys, and these boys are fantastic. There are 4 girls in the show, and we could not be happier to be around all these.
Over here is Helen Anchor, who's our Anne Mark.
And Julie. So there's 4 of us, and we love our boys, and they are fantastic, and just you wait, guys. We're going to blow you away.
I think what's thrilling about this is that we all love the film, and this new stage production has breathed some new life into it, and we'll keep it going in a new format. More people will see it, more people will learn to love what all of you love about Newsies, what all of us love about Newsies. It's just a great, great marriage of wonderful things, and I think you're going to be excited about what you see tonight. As artistic director of the theater, I couldn't be happier to have
curtain call.
Everybody here today. Film people, writers on the stage, directors, fans, people who don't even know this is happening, who are waiting out in the lobby, who are going to come in. What did we miss? What did we miss? But it's going to be a really exciting evening, and I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming. So what I would do is if you guys could just hold your seats for a the cast needs to get backstage. So if the film members of the cast and the stage cast,
Take it to Broadway!
just come up and we'll exit.